Have you ever wondered what the difference between sales and marketing is and the impact it can make in the amount of money you make or you earn? My name is Iyore, business consultant. I've trained over 23,000 salespeople across 5 countries: Nigeria, Ghana, USA, UAE, Rwanda. I'm also an author of several books and programs on sales. I worked in an organization where I was told to bring in 21 or 20 HNIs to my organization in a single month, and I was able to bring in 21 HNIs. I moved to another organization where I was able to grow a portfolio of $3.5 million to over $7 million. I worked in an organization where I participated in a sales competition, and I was sent for the World Cup for an all-expense paid trip because I won the sales competition. So I'm going to walk you through the difference between sales and marketing. And what I have here is, okay, 7 parts, or let me say this way, 7 differences between sales and marketing, and how this directly or indirectly affects the amount of money you make or revenue you generate. Now, what's the difference between sales and marketing? By definition, basically, marketing is creating awareness. Marketing is creating awareness, and sales is taking advantage of that awareness and bringing the transaction to a close. Now, both are very key. There's a lot of argument on who is better, marketing or sales, and I don't think that's even the right question. It's not really who is better, but how best can we complement, how best can we support each other to be able to get the best out of our own objectives. Now, some products thrive more when sold, depending on the industry, while some thrive more when marketed. Understand that, for example, let's look at the insurance industry, for example. I'm not sure with all the marketing an insurance company will do, automatically people will get up in the morning and decide, I want to go and buy that insurance policy. Salespeople still need to step in. Real estate is another example. With all the advertisements and marketing a real estate company would do, it seems it's still necessary for a salesperson to step in to bring the close. So depending on your type of industry, you would know what areas to pinpoint and focus a lot of your energies on the more. Let's look at another industry. Let's look at the fashion industry or the food industry. With marketing alone, I believe that the fashion industry, the food industry can have a lot of leverage with effective marketing, with effective awareness, brand positioning. So marketing and sales, they must work hand in hand. They must collaborate to get the best outcome. Now, why does understanding the difference between marketing and sales affect your results? Number one, marketing creates awareness, like I've said, which generates leads. Sales, on the other hand, would ask questions and listen and bring you to a close. Now, if you're a salesperson, but you're approaching what you do like a marketer, you will not get the right results. If you're a marketer and you are approaching what you do like a salesperson, you will not also get the best results. So you need to delineate between the two carefully and use them to your advantage. Let me give an example. You're a salesperson, you work in an organization. You have a target to meet. And marketing is to create awareness, right? You go around and you're telling people about your business. You're mentioning all your products, all your services. Oh, good afternoon. I work with this organization. We have this, we have that, we have this, we have your listeners, everything whenever you meet prospects. You're doing marketing. And that won't bring you to a close. That won't get you to close the business. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to identify what their needs are by asking questions and bring that transaction to a close by asking for the money. So imagine marketing does awareness. People have now come to your door and they're knocking. I heard about this product or service. Sales opens the door and exchanges money based on value. Of course, you have to be able to know the exact area to solve the problem. So, for example, if marketing gives a broad awareness about 10 products or services this company offers, by the time the person comes to the door and sales is there, sales needs to find out which of these products would meet this person's need and not repeat what marketing has done and communicate the same products again. So marketing creates awareness, which generates leads. Sales will ask questions, which will listen to the close. Now imagine if you're a marketer, you're trying to create some marketing campaign, or you're trying to come up with a story about this particular brand or product. Marketing, a lot of times, has the power, based on budget, to take over a broad audience. Because if you have a huge budget like a Coca-Cola, you can decide to move and cater for a large audience. However, if you decide to focus on a smaller audience, it will make it easier for sales to convert. So you see that to an extent, you can't really separate them. Even though sales will be looking at short term, want to close now, marketing will still be looking at, okay, how are we positioning our brand for the long term? It's not just about closing now. We're looking at the long term. So you see that marketing cannot just act like sales and want to look at immediate revenue. They want to also look at, okay, how can we not only get immediate revenue, but position our brand for the long term to get the best results we're trying to achieve. Then, number two, marketing is long-term branding, which definitely pays more over time. I just said that. Then sales is short-term and pays more for the short term. So marketing is looking at the brand, is looking at the positioning in the market. Because marketing knows that even if we will not be generating so much now, the moment we start to generate, it will be massive. And P.T. Barnum, one of the top marketers in history, says the moment you start a marketing campaign and you start investing in marketing, you must continue until you see results. Why? Because the moment you stop and you say things like, I've been putting money in this marketing, I've been advertising, but I'm not seeing any results, you stop. When you stop, you've lost all the money you put in. You must continue until you see results. So you see, it's a long-term thing. So I remember the scenario he used in one of his books. He said, if you go to the pub and you're drinking, and your goal is to get drunk, if you've drank 5 bottles or taken 5 shots, but you're still not drunk, it means that all the money you put in to buy those shots have been wasted. But if you just take a little more, the 6th or the 7th will just get you to your destination of getting drunk. So he was describing marketing that way. So you want to keep investing because it's a long-term thing. You want to keep putting in resources in your advertisements, in your branding, to get the brand or your positioning to a point where you can start to see results. Now, somebody says, Iyore, I'm a salesperson. How does this affect me? Let me tell you how it affects you. Personal branding, for example. The more you put out content, the more you're creating awareness about what you do, who you are, and educating the public, publishing content out there about the features of your product, benefits of your products, about your industry. Ladies and gentlemen, that's like marketing. So you want to continue it. Because the day you stop, all the effort you have put in will go. But you must continue to a point where the momentum you have built will hit a crescendo and it will be like a snowball, which is coming down the mountain. And the snowball keeps coming down the mountain, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's like compounding, right? When you look at finance and you practice compounding would mean that if you put in a certain amount of money and an investment again and again, it gets to a point where that money all of a sudden starts to multiply dramatically, exponentially. But if you stop, you will never get to that exponential increase and growth. Number 3, another difference between sales marketing and why it matters, rejection management. Harvard Business Review said if you want to hire a sales team, if you want to hire the next CEO of an organization, they said go to the sales team. Why? Because the salespeople know how to manage rejection. They face rejection back to back. And they are strong. They have a thick skin to manage rejection. On the other hand, marketing, they may not experience rejection as much as salespeople. So when it comes to rejection management, most times it seems sales, in a lot of times, will have the upper hand. Now, like I said, to an extent, marketing has its own rejection as well. Because imagine if I am running a campaign and I'm expecting a certain number of leads and it's looking like nobody's clicking, no leads are coming in. Marketing can think that can be some form of rejection for marketing as well. So both face their own rejection, even though I believe to an extent the rejection from sales is a lot more personal and seems to be a lot more consistent over a prolonged period, which makes them tougher. And that's why Harvard Business Review recommended salespeople to be the next CEO. Now, if you look through history, you'll see that there are strong CEOs who have marketing backgrounds and strong CEOs who have sales backgrounds. For example, Sam Walton, the popular Walmart in America, of course, he said he had a sales background. If you look at the marketers of like Steve Jobs of Apple, has a marketing background. So there are cases like that. Then number 4, marketers earn salaries most times. However, salespeople earn not only salaries but commissions. So salespeople have the ability to intentionally determine what they would earn based on their career. They will be able to look through and say to themselves, you know what, my salary is 300,000, 500,000, but I need to move to buy a car worth 40 million. Oh, I need to move to a house worth 10 million, for example. And they need to be able to get the extra money beyond their salary. The commission route is so powerful and the opportunity is there. Now, of course, there are salespeople who don't even earn any salary. They also have been able to build a lot for themselves by being able to get money through commissions. So salespeople have a strong opportunity to earn commissions. Marketers, most times, it's just strictly salaries. Am I saying that in some cases marketers will earn commissions? Yes, but I'm not sure it will be as much as what salespeople can earn. Now, number 5, marketing needs a budget, and in most cases, the more money, the better. Now, there are free opportunities. Marketing can be done like using social media, putting out content on all these platforms. Can be some level of free marketing, even though of course it's not really free because time, resources, camera, equipment has gone into it. But in most cases, money pushed behind marketing is fuel for the generator. Is fuel to make marketing possible and effective. So marketing a lot of times, for it to be effective and produce kind of results it desires, it needs a budget. And that's why you see that in your organization, corporate communications, they always would be pushing out a budget to the management of the organization to get approvals on how well or how aggressive they want to do their marketing campaigns. However, sales, on the other hand, needs a budget as well, even though it's in a different direction. It will be more of capital resources or tools. For example, like pool cars to go around. The clothes they would have to buy to wear. That's really the areas, or maybe a laptop based on kind of sales you do. Those are the major capital expenses. But daily running of the sales team will not be, they will not need as much money like daily running of a marketing team, which will demand funds for ads, campaigns, and other things. Even though, of course, salespeople will need daily money as well, maybe for airtime and other little things, but it can't be like marketing. So marketing will need some significant budget to run effectively. Another difference between sales and marketing, number 6, measurable KPIs. Now, it's far easier to measure your KPIs as a salesperson. If you're doing well as a salesperson, we will know. It's either you're making sales or you're not. It's either you're meeting your budgets or you're not. So immediately we can see, within a month, we can tell you how well you're doing. In a quarter, we can tell you how well you're doing. But marketing, on the other hand, when it comes to being able to tell how well they're doing, they need to make a strong case to management. They need to find a way to justify the amount of money that's being put into the organization. So you see that to measure the KPIs of a marketer, he would have to sell using an art. For sales, they will have to convince you using science because it will just be facts. It will be math, it will be numbers. But for marketing, they will have to use an art because they will have to tell you why what they are doing is effective, how it's making the audience feel, how the market is responding, the kind of comments people are giving. They would just have to be able to find an artistic way to be able to justify their KPIs. So definitely, I believe sales is easier to measure their KPIs. Then number 7, the right marketing campaign will transform a business or brand significantly. See, sales will bring linear growth, right? Sales will bring linear growth. If you're selling, talking to people, closing sales, you have a team of 5, 10 people, they're going out, bringing in business, taking advantage of their contacts, it will bring in linear growth. But if you have the right marketing campaign to the right audience over a prolonged period, it will bring in significant exponential growth. And this can transform a business and transform an individual forever. So you see, depending on the industry, you would see that there are people who all they need to do is, based on type of product or industry, get on some marketing platform or some marketing campaign, set up a digital funnel to be able to get in sales to close, effortlessly. So for the marketing campaign, people love it so much. And look at a Tesla, for example. Look at how Elon Musk drives sales of Tesla. Elon Musk would always say things like, if you have a fantastic product, it will sell itself. So he invested so much in his technology, in his personal brand, and to an extent, by itself, the marketing has just made it possible for people to just decide, you know what, I want to own a Tesla. It's admirable. I just want to own one. Look at the iPhones, for example, Apple. How much sales do they drive? They just do the marketing, and the interest, the drive, the excitement is there, and people just want to own and have a feel of that marketing experience. Sales, on the other hand, needs to do its role, which is, if your organization, for example, you have a marketing platform where people can create awareness for what you sell, thank God, they will generate leads for you. And based on leads it generates, you can have people to engage and close. And that's why we have a video on converting inquiries to sales, so you can see how to convert the inquiries you get from marketing all the way, how you can convert the leads you get from marketing into sales, which is fantastic. Are you aware that if a salesperson is trying to do the work of marketing, which is creating awareness, he will not sell? So one thing I want to take away from this video is the fact that, understand that if your organization is giving you leads, thank God, that's a plus. But if your organization is not giving you leads at all, sales can still do the work of generating leads by itself. Even though it may not really be the most effective, but it's still possible. So I want you to don't feel and think that, oh, no marketing is being done, therefore I can't sell anything. No. Thank God, sales has the power to also generate its leads. Just like marketing too can even have the power to kind of find a way to generate its sales as well. Sales has the power to also generate its leads. So don't find yourself in a situation where you feel you're not making enough sales because your company doesn't have a marketing team, but it's not generating enough leads for you. You can still do that yourself. As long as the moment you're trying to engage prospects, you don't engage them as a marketer, but you engage them as a salesperson, which means you're not going to be announcing and just talking. You're going to be asking questions and listening, looking for the needs, looking for the opportunity, and seeing how to close the most. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to, I would like you to comment below. Tell me which of these points, the differences between sales and marketing, got your attention the most. In summary, I said marketing creates awareness, which generates leads. Sales will ask questions and listen to close. Marketing is long-term branding, which definitely pays more over time. Sales is short-term, which pays more in short-term. Marketing and sales, when it comes to rejection management, salespeople seem to experience rejection more and will therefore have a thicker skin. Marketing will get basically salaries. Salespeople will get commissions as well. Marketing will need a budget and a lot of money in most cases to drive until they start to see results from marketing. Sales need a budget as well, but may not be as significant as what marketing will need. Measurable KPIs. Sales seems to be able to measure their KPIs very easily. Marketing would need to use an artistic way to find a way to defend what they've been able to put in, because they can't see results right away. Then finally, the right marketing campaign, if it's done well, will grow your business exponentially. And I said sales too, just make sure that you are doing what marketing cannot do most times, which is asking questions and listening to understand your prospects. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Please remember to like, remember to subscribe, and remember to share this video with others. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon.